All of us take photos for personal and or for professional needs. And sometimes we need to edit those photos. And today I want to share with you some of my favorite photo editing software and apps. Hi, I am PixelPia and I just ended a series about Google Photos, an app that is excellent for backup and organize your photos. But it is not really made for editing photos. So today I want to share with you some of my favorite editing software and apps. And we will start on the computer. Okay, so here we are at the computer. I am not going to go into detail about any of the apps and software I will show you today. But if you want me to do a tutorial about any of them, please leave a comment down below. We will start on the web. And the first place we're going to start on is Canva. And Canva is very limited when it comes to what you can do. Let's add a photo here to my canvas. And let's center it and put it in the middle. There we go. I can, of course, use filters. I can choose to go black and white. Under Adjust, I can also change things like brightness, contrast, saturation. I can give it a tint. I can use blur effects, and if I go to the plus side of blur, it gets blurrier. And if I go on the negative side, it's sharpen it. And I can add a vignette. Besides that, I can crop it. And I can also flip it around horizontally or vertically. This works very well if I just need a simple adjustment of a photo. But I have another favorite, and this is Photopea.com. This is a very advanced photo editor. So let's open the same photo here. And here I can work in layers with different adjustment layers. Group layers, work with the raster mask. I can do animations, I can use smart objects, I can work with vectors on top of my graphics, my photo. And I can do almost everything that you can do in Photoshop. Photopea is free to use. You can use all the functions in Photopea in the free options. The only thing is that you have this bar to the right where you see ads. But of course they have a paid version as well. And as I said, this is a very advanced photo editing and graphics app. And under Learn here, you go to their website where they have a lot of lessons if you want to learn more about Photopea. So those are my two favorites when it comes to the web. Canva, if you just want to do a simple adjustment, and Photopea if you want to do something more advanced. On the computer, I have 3 software I want to share with you. And the first one is also free. It is an open source and it is very advanced. And that is GIMP. G-I-M-P. Here we can also do all the things we could do in Photopea. We can work in layers, all kinds of layers. We can work with color management. We can work in different modes, RGB, grayscale, indexed. We can decide how many bits of colors we want to use. We can flip and transform it. We can crop and we can do all kinds of things there. On the colors we can, for example, change the saturation. So as you can see, this is also a very advanced photo editing app. My next photo editing app for the computer is Affinity. Affinity costs in US dollars $49.99, that's a one-time cost. And they have a version specifically for iPad which costs $19.99. And this is also an advanced photo editor, I would say. Here you can also work with all the things I talked about before, with layers. You can control the levels. We can control the colors, white balance. You can change it here. They have some presets you can use. And also here under help, they have a section for tutorials. If you want to learn more about Affinity, it opens a website and you can search if you want to do a specific effect, or you can go through all their lessons here. So that was my second one for computer. My third one is the one I have worked in for the longest. I have used this one since the 1990s, and that is Petropro. It started out as a shareware, but now it is owned by Coral. It was seen as the cousin to Photoshop, and it's an app where you can manage your photos on your computer, and of course you can edit them. The last time I checked, the price for Petropro is $79.99, and that is a one-time cost. Also here you can do all the things I talked about in the other software, the more advanced software. I have used this for, 20 years now. That's crazy. But I think this is a very good alternative if you can't afford Photoshop. So we can work with vectors here. We can go in and adjust blur, sharpness, softness, hue and saturation, brightness and contrast, just like we could with the other ones. So those are my 3 software that I use on the PC, but they all come for both Windows and Mac. So GIMP, GIMP, the free software, Affinity, that costs around $50, and Petropro, that costs around $80. All 3 are pretty advanced and have a little steeper learning curve. Now let's take a look at what I use on my cell phone. I also have some favorites for my phone, although I mostly edit my photos on the computer, because at my age it's not that easy to see what you do on a little phone screen. Let's put my screen up here so I can show you my favorites apps for editing photos on my phone. There are really just 2 photo editing apps that I use on my phone. The first one is pretty advanced and it is free, and that is Snapseed from Google. This is an advanced photo editing app and it has a pretty steep learning curve, but when you get the hang of it, you have one of the best photo editing apps on the market for your phone. The second app is called Polish. This is an app that comes in a free version and a paid version. The paid version, Polish Pro, costs either $15.99 for a one-time cost or $7.99 per year. Polish is not as advanced as Snapseed, but you can do quite a lot of fun things with Polish. And if you need just a quick edit of a photo you took with your phone, I can warmly recommend Polish. What is your favorite photo editing app? Please leave a comment down below. And if you would like me to do a tutorial about any of these apps, use the comments for that as well. What is your favorite photo editing app? Please leave a comment down below. And if you want a tutorial about any of these apps I'm talking about today, let me know in the comments as well. And remember, never stop learning.